Welcome to Driveway Garage. Today I'm going to show you what I'm doing to clean this 2006 Kia Sorento that I bought. It was filthy, really filthy. So I've done most of it, but I'm just going to show you what I haven't done, and I'll show you the process I'm using. So let me flip this camera around. The back was not that bad, just because the people weren't back here very much. But I found cat litter, smells like cat urine in the back there. But this is the part I have not cleaned yet. And you can see the other side was worse than this. Part of this I've cleaned that part, but you see all the junk around there. The first thing I did is I took the seats out. And then I vacuumed everything really good. That got a lot of it. There was trash, cigarette butts. They used those two center cup holders as ashtrays, and they were just filled with cigarette butts, ashes. It's just everywhere. I don't know if they were living in this thing or they just didn't care, but it's just disgusting, and the smell is disgusting. You can see the door jambs, how bad they are. So the process I'm using is, after I vacuum it, I took the spray bottle that I usually use for fertilizer or weed killer. I dumped out the weed killer and put a soapy water. What I did is I have a pressure washer, it's electric, and I use that also. But I pumped a bunch of water and soap into this bottle, and then I spray that onto whatever area I'm going to clean. So I'll be saturating this with that soapy water. And then I'll let it sit for a few minutes. Then I take my cordless drill, and I have several of those brushes. I was using the flat one, but it was kind of hard to control, so I went to the round one. Kind of round. Anyway, that gets in all these corners a lot better, and it's a lot easier to control. And I don't really care about flinging stuff around because it's all going to get wiped down. So that agitates the carpet really good. Then after I do that, I have a carpet shampooer that I use in the house, but it's got a attachment for upholstery, and I put hot water in there, and then I start extracting what I've already done. I know I should have made a video of me doing it, but I didn't. But you can imagine, if you know how to use a carpet shampooer, you know what I'm doing. I'm sucking out as much as I can, and then usually I'll spray it with soap again, agitate it again, and then it's just a matter of running water and sucking it up, and you're just basically trying to rinse all the crap out of the carpet. This is the other side. The back side, that carpet was brown. It was just nasty. There was litter back here, a little bit of cat food, so I think there was a cat in here, and it was urinating, so I'm gonna have trouble getting rid of that smell. But maybe I'll get some enzyme stuff and spray on there, because that's supposed to help. And this, as you can see, those are all cigarette burns. They just didn't care about this vehicle. This whole side was just nasty and brown, and this one still has, I think, fingernail polish on it, but the handle and down there was just covered in crap. It was terrible. That stain up there, it was basically black. I've scraped it and shampooed it, get it clean. Now I'm also using this thing, I think it's called a Tornado. I bought it last year or the year before. You have to hook it up to an air compressor, and it sprays out a little bit of solution, but a lot of air, and there's this little hose in there that flips around, so it's more like a really high concentrated mist. And I like to use that in all the nooks and crannies that it's hard to get to, in and around the door handles. It gets inside the speaker holes really good, but it doesn't shoot a lot of water out. I use it down inside of here, and it also has a valve on the side of it. You can turn it, and you don't spray any cleaning solution, just air. So if you want to blow the air out of something, that thing was just completely filthy dirty, but now it looks pretty good. So after I agitate the carpet and then I shoot a lot of water. Now on my carpet shampooer, I'm just using hot water because I'm getting my cleaning solution from the spray bottle. And that way I'm just rinsing and I'm not leaving a bunch of soapy water in the carpets. And let's see. Oh, I also have this. This is my household vacuum. I got it for free in an apartment one time. I was cleaning out that the hose was plugged up and they just left it. I cleaned out the hose and I've been using it for years and years. But anyway, if you got a little canister vacuum, anything, suck up the as much of the sand and whatever, in this case cat litter, that you can find, and that way you don't have to shampoo it up. Now this little vacuum here, a little shop vac, but I use it for a wet vac, and you can see it's got a skinny attachment on it. And what I do with that is, after I've cleaned the door, this one I haven't cleaned yet, but after I clean the door, I use that one to suck the water out of all the little nooks and crannies that my carpet extractor or shampooer can't get to, like down in there. So I don't care how much water I spray on and use, because I'm going to just suck it out of there with either the shampooer or the wet vac. And what else can I, the seats. Let me take you inside and show you what the seats looked like. They weren't as bad as the floors, but they were kind of dirty, as you can imagine. And what I did with those is I put soap solution in my electric pressure washer, and I put on this blue tip, and that sucks out the soap solution. And one at a time, I soak the seat down really good, top and bottom on these back cushions, all the way around the side. And the reason I use the pressure washer, the sides of these seats were just covered in gunk. I mean, beverages and ashes, and they were terrible. So after I soaked them down with soap really good, then I took this attachment, and there's something inside of there, like a ball bearing or something, and it spins around, so you get kind of like that tornado attachment or tool I have. You get a mist of water, but it's really powerful, but not so much liquid. And I went around and cleaned all the junk around the sides, and I used it on the upholstery. It really agitates the upholstery nicely. Then after that, I took my cordless drill and my brush and brushed all the fabric. And then I took my carpet shampooer and just started spraying clean water on it and sucking it out. And I just did it over and over and over till it came out pretty clean. They're not perfect because these seats were really filthy, but they look a heck of a lot better, as you can see. They were kind of the brownish tint when I started. That one is the driver's seat. It was pretty nasty. I don't know. You can see the cigarette burns on there. They just didn't care about their vehicle at all. The reason I bought it was because it had engine problems, and I think it's the tensioner. It's a 2006 Kia Sorento, and it's four-wheel drive, but the tensioner went bad, so it's making a slapping noise. And I'm hoping that's all it is. I'm going to put a timing belt kit in it. But I bought it for $500. I figured I'd take a chance. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I did. You just really have to put on the soapy water, agitate it with the brush, and you could do it by hand if you don't have one of those drill attachments. It's just a lot faster. But any kind of semi-stiff brush to agitate the carpet, and what that does is breaks loose some of the dirt. Now I have a steamer. Let me show you that real quick. But last time I tried to use it, I probably bought it at a yard sale. It seems to be where I buy everything, but it just didn't seem like it kept the water very hot. It's a Shark portable steamer. Maybe I need to let it heat up longer to build up pressure, but it was like it would shoot out a little burst of steam, and then it was mostly water. So I just wasn't too happy with it. But I've been watching a lot of videos, and a lot of guys that do this for a living have some a lot better, like $200 steamers, and then you get a carpet attachment, and you can hit that carpet with it, and it really loosens up all those stains and that dirt. Now I'm going to try it, my steamer, along with the extractor. First I'll steam it, then I'll extract it, and see if I can get more of these stains out of here. But the back looked like the front. I mean, you see how dirty that is, and the back looked the same. And right in that area towards the center on both sides, it was really brown. I think that's where the cat was urinating. It's disgusting. In fact, I wasn't even feeling good when I got done working on it all day. I was sitting in my recliner trying to relax and cool off, and almost felt like I was going to get sick. Probably should have worn a respirator, but I didn't. Anyway, I went and took a shower. I was like, I got to get this smell and this crap off of me. So, dust everywhere. I cleaned, and the cat hair, there's still some right there that I'm going to go around and vacuum everything again. Oh, here's a cool little toy I found. It's made for removing cat or pet hair. I've seen a few detailers that use it. It's got bigger teeth on this side, smaller teeth on that side. And unfortunately, it didn't arrive in the mail till I was almost done, but it works really good. You just basically are scraping the carpet, and it's grabbing all the cat hair. In this case, I saw a guy do it on a vehicle with dog hair, and it was amazing. There, that little bit I did, that's how much cat hair is in this carpet. And the back was a lot worse. The seats were covered in it. It was making them look grayer than they already are. Anyway, I hope this helps you. My pressure washer is supposed to put out a 20-to-1 mixture of soap and water when you're using the attachment for it. And so when I fill these buckets up, I'm assuming it's like a 20-to-1 soap mixture. And I was using a all-purpose cleaner kind of thing that's made for a pressure washer. So, but you could use anything, The one guy I watched said he used an enzyme cleaner because it breaks down organic matter, I guess. It helps get rid of odors and things like that. So I may get some of that and probably have it locally. But anyway, I'll try some of that for getting rid of the smell, and it's supposed to be good for cleaning. Now this is my carpet shampooer, which I really like. If you need one for your house and maybe clean out your car occasionally, this is a Bissell. It doesn't heat the water. You have to dump hot water into it. And then there's a switch on the front for tools or for cleaning the floor. But it works pretty good. And I bought it used. People bought it, didn't really use it too much, so they wanted to get rid of it. One thing I like about it, it's only got one tank right here. And inside there's a bladder. So you fill the bladder full of hot water, and then as you're using it, it dumps the used water on top of the bladder, so it's just replacing it. So you have about a 1 gallon capacity, but you don't have to have two different containers, so it's more compact. And it works really good. It also comes with about an 8-foot hose, so I can leave it sitting in one place and finish the section of the car. Trying to think if there's anything else I used. I cleaned this off with the pressure washer. It was covered in dirt. And then inside of your cup holders and trays, they usually have these little rubber liners. So I laid those on the ground and pressure washed them. There's the ashtray that's full of cigarette butts, of course. And I have a few pieces of trim came off the seats that I haven't cleaned yet. I'll take the cleaner to those. That little tornado works really good. You can hold them in your hand, knock the dirt off of them, and then I take the shampooer and spray clean water on to rinse them, and then just let them air dry. Hope that helps you guys out. You can take a pretty nasty vehicle and make it look somewhat good. And when I get done, I'm going to put floor mats front and back, and that'll cover up most of the really bad areas, so you're not going to see all those cigarette burns. And I have some other stuff. It's supposed to be a spot remover. I'll spray it up in that corner there and see if I can get rid of that stain. But it's looking a lot better. Good luck with your projects. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe.